Yes, people. Welcome back to the finished article. Welcome back to another episode of the World Cup 2022 Qatar. And as always, I'm joined by one of the co-hosts. I've got Rich with me today. How's it going,
mate.
Rich? You good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Sweet. We are due to be joined by Shaz, the other Shaz, in a bit. Not 100% sure what time. He's just stuck in traffic, so whenever he's out of traffic, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I know there's been bits of news recently this week about Ronaldo signing with a club in Saudi. I don't know if you've heard the news on that.
Yeah, I read the headline about it.
Yeah, I think it's Al Nassr that he's looking at signing for, and it's like 137 million a year that he gets over 2.5 years as well. So it's like crazy amount. It's like a quarter, over a quarter. Yeah, it's about just over a quarter of a million over 2 years, 2.5 years. He's going to get like 300 million for the whole contract. It's mad that it's just.
I know.
It's crazy. I mean, there was talk of another club going in for him as well, from Saudi, but they've decided to pull out because I don't think they could afford they could afford the wage. I just don't think Ronaldo entertained that one. I think obviously he's more interested in this one because they're the champs. As far as I know, they've been champions 9 times over the past like 10 odd years or something. So they're the biggest club in Saudi. So it looks like Ronaldo's going to be going across there. But obviously today's news is Ronaldo's been dropped by Portugal. Literally the game's 15 minutes in now, and we got news that Ronaldo been dropped about an hour or so ago. What are your thoughts on that, Rich?
I don't know. Has it shown his reaction? Is it showing as the camera zooms in on him on the? I've got it on at the moment actually.
I've got it on at the moment. I've not seen anything zoomed in on him at the moment, but I'm not sure why he would be dropped. To be fair, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Didn't something happen at the end of, was it Uruguay? Who was it they played, or South Korea? Who was it they played? South Korea they played on Friday. Didn't something happen at the end of the game that didn't like being subbed? But
I know he got subbed off in that game, but I don't think that would be a reason to drop him if he's been subbed off. But
you still wouldn't put it past him. I mean, if he was to come on in the second half as a sub and get the winner, then it would have proved the right decision. But
yeah, no, 100%. I think it's just resting him for the next game if they get through. I think it's one of those decisions where they want to rest him for maybe the first half, and if they need him in the second, to bring him on. If not, then at least he gets a rest for today.
Especially as you could have extra time as well. Imagine having to play against a fresh Ronaldo in extra time. After you've just been playing for 90 minutes.
Yeah, it'd be a problem, wouldn't it, for a lot of people? That definitely. We'll see how it goes. I'm guessing he will come on at some point in the game.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Obviously, to be fair, I think if they're winning by half time, there's no need to bring him on in the second half.
Yeah, exactly.
Just save him for the next game if they're winning. If they're not doing too well, like if they're losing or drawing and they need the win before full time. Bring him on and see if he can score. And at least, even if not, you've got extra time. And then if it goes to penalties, you've got Ronaldo on the pitch for a penalty. So it's a weird one, if you ask me. It's a very weird situation.
Now bring him on at some point, unless, like you say, unless Portugal score a couple in the first half and are comfortable, like England were the other night. I'm pretty sure they'll bring him on at some point.
Yeah, I think they will. If
they need him.
I think if they need the goals in the second half, they'll bring him on with about half an hour to it look like they almost scored there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking this way. My TV's over on this side. Sorry, mate.
I've got mine in front of me.
Look like they're about to score as well then.
I watched Morocco versus Spain earlier.
How did that go? I didn't get a chance to watch that.
It was 0-0 and Morocco won on penalties.
Wow. So Morocco knocked Spain out.
Goal for Portugal.
Oh, yeah. Just seen that. Portugal are in the lead. So you're saying Spain just got knocked out by Morocco?
Yeah, and the penalties were absolutely awful. Just like in the shootout yesterday. You look and think. I know they're under the pressure, but professional footballers taking penalties like that.
Mad.
Go up and
I'm gonna have to watch the highlights of that after. I didn't get a chance to catch it because I've been working and then I got a few things to do after work before the podcast. So
Morocco, the 4th African team to have got to a World Cup quarter final.
Well, Senegal was the other, weren't they? They got
Ghana.
Senegal, Ghana.
Yeah, and Cameroon.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a really good goal, that.
Yeah.
Really good goal.
Ooh.
Nice.
Finishing like that, they don't need Ronaldo.
I know, I was just going to say, if you've got players that can do that, they don't really need Ronaldo on the pitch right now, do they? It's a very good goal, that top pocket, that right above the keeper's head. Good goal.
Yeah.
But I know we were just speaking a little bit there. You said that you watched the Morocco and Spain game, but obviously, let's talk a little bit about England over on Sunday against Senegal. I'll let you go first, Rich. I'll let you give your analysis on that game.
I thought overall it was pretty comfortable. Obviously, the first half an hour, England took a bit to get going, and really the first two decent chances of the game were for Senegal. They hit the bar, and then there was that save from Pickford. But then I think once England got the first goal, which was a lovely move and a lovely finish by Henderson, I think it was only one-way traffic. And then obviously we got the second just before half time. Harry Kane getting off the mark for the tournament. And obviously once the third one went in, Southgate could make some subs and obviously use his squad. So comfortable, which is what we wanted. And obviously Saturday's going to be a lot harder, but it's winnable.
No, it is definitely. And you're right. Yeah, England did start off slow. I actually watched it with Shaz at Shaz's house. England did start off slow, but once they got that first goal, they were off to a flyer. It was, like you said, it was one-sided after that. I think Senegal did have some chances in the second half. I think that save from Pickford was in the second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, he made one save when it was still 0-0.
Mm-hmm. He did as well, He made that save then. I think he made one I think it was either just after we scored or just after, because we scored two goals quite quickly, didn't we?
Yeah.
We scored the first goal and the second goal was literally instant, like a minute after.
Yeah.
And I think after that, Senegal had a couple of chances in the second half before we scored the third, but Pickford kept us a clean sheet. I think England have kept they've kept a clean sheet against everyone besides Iran now, haven't they?
Yeah. Not bad.
That's pretty decent record. That looks like Pickford could be getting Golden Glove here.
Yeah, it could do.
Because we've had three. That's three clean sheets in 4 days. I don't think any other keepers had that besides Brazil's.
They've just got to keep it up.
Definitely.
I know people are talking about the players France have got though, but I'm sure they'll be talking about some of the players England have got.
Definitely. I mean, England have got some brilliant players. Yeah, exactly. He's only 19, and the things he can do right now is just amazing. Like I think he needs to start against France. We need Rashford to start against France.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Marcus Rashford, he's on 3 goals. He didn't. Well, he only came on as sub the other day.
Yeah.
So we've got the depth as well.
Definitely. To be fair, when I saw the team sheet, I thought, why is Henderson playing? We don't need him in this game, but he got a goal. You know, he did well. He had a decent game. He didn't do much wrong.
I don't think we've got anything to fear. Well, we've got nothing more to fear of them than they have of us.
Oh yeah, I know we've had a good tournament just like they have. We've won games comfortably, and so have they. So it's not like we need to go into this game thinking, you know, are we going to, you know, how well are they going to do? I mean, it's a matter of how well are England going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a matter of which squad Southgate actually puts out. Yeah. He needs to put the stronger squad out. Yeah, I don't think Saka should start against France. I think we should have Foden, Rashford, and Kane up front starting. That attacking three should be those three.
Yeah, that sounds a pretty strong starting lineup.
I've got a feeling though he's going to start Saka over Rashford again, and obviously Sterling's gone home due to his house being raided.
Yeah, that's bad. That is.
We spoke about that ourselves yesterday, didn't we, or the day before?
Hope he's back. Hope he's back in time for the game, but
I don't think he is. I don't think he's going to come back.
It's in fact his family were in the house, so they're probably traumatized.
His girlfriend and his kids were in the house as it got raided, and he just wants to be with his family. I mean, if he does want to come back for the World Cup squad, I think he'd have to bring his family with him.
Exactly.
And I don't think he's going to do that. They're traumatized after what's happened, and I don't think he's going to want to come back. I've got a feeling he's just going to stick the rest of the tournament out.
Yeah, so with Ben White gone home as well, that's a 26-man squad down to 24. But
To be fair, I don't think Ben White was going to play, but
no,
Sterling has already played. I think he's played 2 games, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he was a sub for one of them as well. I think he came on as a sub in one of the games as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of I think if he brings his family with him over to Qatar, then I think he's got that chance to play. But where's his mind going to be if he starts against France?
Yeah,
his mind's not going to be in the game. It's going to be with what happened with his family. So I think the decision Southgate needs to make is tell Sterling to stay home for now with his family.
Yeah,
and if we beat France, maybe come back for the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, this is the quarterfinal. Sorry, semi-final. Apologies. Yeah. So if we do get past France, maybe if we want him in the team, say, are you well enough? Are you good enough to come back mentally? Yeah. If you are, bring your family with you. Keep them in a hotel there.
Yeah.
Or it's down to Sterling as well whether he wants to come back or not. I think he might just turn around and say he doesn't want to come back.
Yeah. I think he'll want to, but then he'll also have his family on his mind as well.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the thing. If he leaves his family in England and comes back, he's going to have that worry. Is it going to happen again? What's going to happen? But if he brings them with him to Qatar, they'll be in the stadium with him. And the only worry he's going to have is my house going to get robbed.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to have security for that. And
and
it's quite surprising. A lot of footballers normally live in gated communities where people can't get in. So I'm not sure about Sterling if he does live in one of those, but it's a question. If he does live in one of those, it's a question of how did they get in?
I know, CCTV everywhere as well in the street.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's shocking, really. I mean, it's not the first time it's happened. You hear quite often about footballers having their houses raided and
during games.
Things.
Yeah, because people know where they're going to be. Like, they know that this player is going to be.
Yeah.
Let's say, obviously with Sterling, they know he's not going to be in the country, but so they can go do what they want. And I don't think that's fair on the players that they have to. Obviously, they're in the public eye. People are going to know where they're going to be. But I don't think it's really fair that people use that against them in situations like that. It's quite bad.
Yeah. I know. It's not good at all, but especially with the kids there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst, isn't it? His family were there. So it's a matter of how he's going to... Maybe he moves into a gated community if he's not already in one.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he's not in one already, but
if
who
he
knows?
It's a question of how did this happen if he's in a gated community? Like, where's the security? Why didn't someone pick up on it? Were they all away watching the England game instead of actually doing their work?
Somebody's going to be in for a telling off.
Yeah, especially if he's living in a gated community. If he's not, then it's a matter of, is he going to move there or is he going to move into a more secure place?
Yeah.
I didn't really catch the Holland versus America game, but I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
And Holland looked like it was like a training match for them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've noticed, obviously, there were all them upsets in the group stage. Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. Japan beating Spain and Germany. But in the knockout stages, until Spain lost today, there hadn't really been any upsets in the knockout stages because Netherlands you would have expected to have won. Argentina won like you expected. Obviously, England and France. I think the closest we'd had to an upset was Croatia beating Japan. That's based on obviously Japan winning the group.
I thought Croatia would have won that comfortably.
Yeah, I would, before the tournament, I would have said that. Obviously, I'm just thinking that obviously as Japan won their group, Croatia came second in theirs. So in that respect, it was an upset. But
fair play.
Overall, though, I know what you mean. I would have before the tournament. If you'd asked me Croatia versus Japan, I would have predicted Croatia.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. I think it's an interesting one. To be fair, we have, like you said, we have had quite a few different upsets, and the biggest one that obviously now is Morocco knocking Spain out.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, to be fair. I didn't actually know that until you said it.
Yeah, and obviously their assistant manager is apparently Mustafa Hadji, who used to play for Coventry City.
Ah, buzzing. Bet you're loving it then.
Yeah. I hadn't followed on
for you. That's wicked, man. That's wicked. Did you catch Brazil? I think it was yesterday against Korea.
I actually didn't watch it. I was listening to. Well, I sort of went to bed early last night, and I had my phone on.
Right.
Someone was doing a watch along on another
Another
YouTuber
channel, yeah.
I listen to, and I've actually heard South Korea's goal was one of the goals of the tournament. I haven't seen it yet, but
it was actually a decent goal.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, it wasn't a bad goal. I wouldn't call it goal of a tournament though. I don't know where.
Yeah.
I think Charlton's bicycle kick is still better.
Oh yeah, I've not seen it myself. I haven't seen any of the goals from that game, to be honest.
From Brazil's game.
Nah, but it doesn't surprise me that Brazil won. And they're obviously going to be. I'm glad England can't play until the final.
Yeah, no, I get that. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I want to talk a little bit about England versus France.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on it, Rich? I know you said before that England don't have much to worry about and France, but do you see England beating France comfortably, or do you think it's going to be a close game? What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I think it will be a close one. Can see it going to the wire. Could go to extra time.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't go to penalties, but yeah.
I mean, if it goes to penalties, just class it as France win.
But I've seen England games, past England teams. We've had games go to extra time. I remember us playing Italy at Euro 2012 and even the Croatia game at the last World Cup. And by extra time, it was the England players all going down on the floor, collapsing through exhaustion.
Yeah.
And the opposition looking fresh. But I don't think it'll be like that now.
I think it will be the same because of the heat over there in Qatar.
True.
I think the players are going to get tired quicker.
True, but they've got the air conditioning stadiums. But I just think I think our game management's a little bit better now. I think Southgate will make the subs at the right time.
Hopefully he does, yeah.
And
so who would you go for your starting 11?
Oh, well, Pickford in goal.
I agree with that one, yeah.
Obviously, Maguire, Stones centre back.
I don't know about Maguire, but he didn't do too bad against Senegal. He didn't.
Well, to be fair, I'd keep the defence the same because 3 clean sheets in a row.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Would you not start Trent though? Not right back. Because he's got pace for France.
That's true.
And that's the side. Isn't that the side that Mbappe will be playing on?
True, but then I suppose he could be handy to bring off the bench later on if it is.
The only other person who could catch Mbappe is Kyle Walker because he's got a pace as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, obviously not as much as Alexander Arnold now, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but okay. Sorry. What about your midfield? Are you going for a 3-man midfield or 4?
I'd probably go unchanged from the other night, to be honest. I'd probably stick with Henderson after the job he did the other night.
I wouldn't play him against France.
He's not the greatest of players, but I don't know. He seems to have something about him. I don't know. He's almost like a second captain.
He has got good leadership skills. Yeah. I'll be honest. He does. But I just wouldn't play him in midfield from the start. Yeah. Maybe bring him on in the second half if we need that leadership. But I wouldn't start him.
Yeah, obviously Bellingham has to play.
100%.
And then, I think the only change I would perhaps make is maybe think about bringing Rashford back in.
Yeah.
But
on the left.
Yeah, but other than that, if everyone's fit, I'd probably go and change, to be honest. Yeah.
What about the other man in midfield?
Who did we have playing the other day? I'm trying to remember what side was.
Bellingham. Who was playing with them? I can't remember now.
Mine's gone blank thinking about it.
I know. I can't think who was in midfield with them. It wasn't Eric Dyer because I know he came on later.
No, Dyer came on as a sub, and
he's Calvin Phillips that was there from the start.
I think he came on, didn't he? I know Eric Dyer is a solid player to bring off the bench. He's someone who can take a penalty if it goes to a shootout.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout. That's a good shout. I'm just trying to think who the other person was in midfield now. I'm just bringing the lineup now. I'm bringing it up online.
We'll kick ourselves when you read it.
I know, yeah. I should have known that. Oh, it was Declan Rice.
Oh, yeah.
How can we forget Declan Rice, man?
The other Shazad's favourite player.
Yeah, Shaz's favourite player is Declan Rice. He wants him at United.
2-0 to Portugal.
Oh yeah. Pepe scored.
Yeah, we might not see Cristiano Ronaldo tonight.
If it were me, I wouldn't put Ronaldo on now that they're winning 2-0. Unless Switzerland score 2 goals and get a draw, bring it to level, I wouldn't really bring Ronaldo on. I'd probably look at finishing the game off with a 3rd goal, but I wouldn't put Ronaldo on for it.
Yeah. That's probably looking at
Portugal get in the next round if they win this. Is it
Ronaldo's celebrating with them, and it's it'll be Portugal, Morocco in the quarterfinals, and then the winner of that will play the winner of England, France.
All right, okay. Nice.
Good header.
Yeah, that was a very good goal. That very good goal.
That's 2-0.
Yeah, so it's 2-0. Portugal, Pepe scoring the second there. Yeah, it looks like they're going to win this quite comfortably because the little clips that I've been watching on the side, they've been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
So I don't think Ronaldo's going to actually start.
Yeah. Obviously, I've been concentrating on the podcast, but every time I put my head up, it's Portugal on the attack, looking like they're about to score.
Yeah, that's it. Same here. Man. But yeah, so you're saying that you will probably bring Rashford into the team over Saka, or would it be over someone else?
A lot of it depends on who's fit and who's done the best in training during the week. It's hard to say.
What about you personally? Like, if you had the choice, who would you play Rashford, or would you leave him on the bench?
I don't know. I'm kind of always a believer in never change a winning team unless you have to. But then at the same time,
saying that, you've got to change the players to adapt to the team that you're playing.
That's true.
We did make. I think we brought Henderson on in to start against Senegal because he's probably a player that would have been able to manage that game, which he did. He did pretty well. But in other games, we had Mason Mount playing.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of whether. I mean, I wouldn't play Mason Mount. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to play Mason Mount in that role. I'd probably play maybe Calvin Phillips because I think he's better.
Yeah.
In the Euros, he had a really good Euro. 2022.
Yeah.
Was it? No, 2021.
He won England's Player of the Year that year.
Yeah, and he's He's only played like half an hour for us in this tournament. So I think
he'll be fresh
if he's fit enough. Because I know for Man City he was injured before the World Cup. So if he's fit enough, if he's healthy enough, and he's training well, I'd probably play him over Mason Mount and Jordan Henderson. But it's a matter of if he starts, is he going to be able to play at the high level because of his injury?
Yeah,
that's true. If you brought him with you in the squad, then you are expecting, you'd be expecting to at least give him a shout or give him a play.
Yeah, another player we've not.
Very interesting one.
Another player we've not seen anything of yet is James Maddison.
That's very surprising if you ask me, because he played really well for Leicester. I think he's been standout for Leicester this season, and even last season he had a good season. So that's another shout. If you don't play Henderson or Mason Mount, why not play someone like James Maddison? Because I think he's very good at assisting.
Well, like the French won't. I don't know. The French won't know how to. It'll be an unknown. It'll be unknown to the French, really. So.
Yeah, I mean they've never played against him, have they? So
element of surprise, perhaps.
That's it.
If we stay in this tournament, I'm sure we'll see him at some point.
I don't know. I don't know if we will.
But even if it's I don't know, late cameo or something. But
I don't know. I mean, to me personally, I'd probably play him.
But then
maybe give him. I don't know. Against Senegal, I probably would have brought him on towards the end, give him a run around, get a feel for the atmosphere and stuff. Because we were winning 3-0 at that point. We could have brought him on and give him a run around. Sorry, I'm talking about James Maddison. And even Calvin Phillips, give them both a bit of a run around, get a feel for the squad, how we're playing, what the World Cup atmosphere is like, and then maybe against France start one of them, and then give the other half an hour. and then if we get through
Yeah.
into the next game, play the other, because they are good players. Calvin Phillips is probably better than Henderson, if you ask me, at defending.
Yeah.
And Maddison's very good at going forward. So it's a matter of who. If he's playing defensive, I'd probably go with Calvin Phillips because he's going to be able to help the back four. And I think you need that against a team like France because they've got good attacking qualities. Yeah. But then if you're going all out attack to try and score a couple of goals first, then you're probably better off starting with someone like Maddison because he can get forward, he can get in good positions, he can do through balls, he's good at assisting, good crossing, and he's got a couple of goals in him as well. So
absolutely,
it does depend on Gareth Southgate's game plan, whether it's attacking or defending.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd go all out attack, try and score first, score maybe 2 goals, put France on the back foot. Take that morale down by scoring and getting a couple of goals like we did against Senegal.
Then there's always that danger of conceding as well.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the only way that I see this going is France are going to hit us on the counter, I think, because they've got the pace with Mbappe. They've got Giroud, who's, I think he's a very good striker, veteran striker, and I think he's very good at putting the goal in the back of the net.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. I think it was him and Mbappe that scored the 2 goals for France in the last game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
well, I think he's France's all-time top scorer now. Has he overtook Thierry Henry?
Giroud, you mean?
Yeah, he's either overtook him or he's close to.
Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look on Google, man.
Yeah.
France top goal.
Yeah, I think Giroud's overtook Henry this tournament.
Is on 52 goals for his national team. I think Michael Platini's on 41, so he's definitely overtaken him. And I can't see Thierry Henry on that list, to be fair.
Yeah.
So it looks like Giroud is at the top.
Yeah. I think the first goal will be crucial in this one.
Say that again, sorry.
I think the first goal is going to be crucial.
Oh yeah, whoever scores first is going to have the boost of morale in the team.
Yeah,
and the adrenaline rush.
I think it's the fact both teams are so dangerous on the counter attack as well. So having that lead in this game.
Yeah, no, actually, you are right. Thierry Henry second with 51.
Yeah,
and Platini's on 41, and actually Griezmann's on 42. So that's your top 4. I can't believe Karim Benzema's only 5th at 37, but he's out of this tournament as well. So. It's quite harsh that because he could have scored a couple of goals and got up to the 40s and probably maybe overtaken Griezmann and Platini, but I think it'll be his last World Cup as well because he's
Harry Kane's overtook Gary Lineker as England's top scorer at tournaments.
He has,
and if he scores another goal, it'll have equalled Wayne Rooney's record as England's all-time leading scorer.
Nice.
Obviously, Rooney got more from open play, but
goal's a goal. Your record's a record, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's like Ronaldo broke that record. He's the only person to score in 5 consecutive World Cups.
Yeah,
that's over 20 years.
Could be a while.
5 World Cups is 20 years, man. That's a lot, man.
Could be a while before anyone does that again.
I don't think many players that are going to do that.
I don't think many players have played in 5 World Cups.
Maybe they have.
Maybe Cafu, the Brazilian.
Possibly.
And maybe Lothar Matthäus back in the day, but can't be that many.
I don't think there's many others.
I think David Beckham only played in... Yeah, I think Beckham only played in 3.
Yeah, it was only 3. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look. Sorry, I'm just having a Google here. You're right. Matthias has played in 5 World Cups. Messi has. You've got Ronaldo, Carvajal.
What about Cafu? How many did he play in?
Buffon and Ochoa. Those are the only players that have made the final squad for 5 different World Cups. And Messi's on that list, but I don't think he scored in 5 different World Cups like Ronaldo.
I think 2006, I think he scored.
We've got a question just popped up here. Sorry, Rich. I'll let you finish before I bring this up. Go
on. I'm just trying to think of which one he didn't score in because I know he scored in 06.
Who's that? Messi?
Messi, yeah. I'm just trying to think which one he didn't score. Maybe it must have been 010 or 28 or 20 or 2018.
Yeah, possibly.
He definitely scored in 2014 because they got to the final of that one.
Yeah, I'm sure he scored in 18 as well.
Yeah,
but I think it was the one that you've mentioned, the 2010, that he didn't score in.
Yeah, must have been.
And then it's quite a big achievement that to score in 5 different World Cups.
Yeah,
he's the only player to score at 5 different World Cups with a goal for Portugal when he scored against Ghana. That's crazy, man.
I know.
But yeah, I'll bring this question up and I'll throw it over to you first, Rich. I'll let you answer this one first. Who do you both think will win the World Cup? As I said, I'll let you answer that first.
Obviously, I'd like to say England, and I think
realistically, if it's not England,
I think we've got a chance. I think probably we've got a better chance than we have in previous tournaments, but probably France or Brazil.
France or Brazil, yeah.
Yeah, but then Portugal are looking good here.
That's what I was just about to say. So, you know what? I'm going with the underdogs on this. I'm going with Portugal for a couple of different reasons. Yeah. The first reason is obviously they have had a good World Cup so far. They've played well, whether it's some people say they played better today without Ronaldo than they have the whole tournament, which I disagree with. Then you've got another reason is it's Ronaldo's last World Cup and he wants it. He wants to win that World Cup because I think it's the only trophy that he's played, only competition that he's played in that he's not won. I think he's won every other competition. He's won everything in England with United. He's won over at Real Madrid with everything. He's won the league with Juve.
Yeah. Won the Euros and the Nations League.
He's won the Euros and the Nations League. It's just a World Cup left. Yeah. And this, let's be honest, this is going to be his last World Cup. He's not going to be playing in the next World Cup. So he's trying his best to, get to the final and win this. Now, I think I mentioned it on an earlier podcast, is Piers Morgan put a question to Ronaldo. Would it be a dream to have World Cup final, Portugal versus Argentina? Ronaldo scores 2, Messi scores 2, winning goal scored by Ronaldo for the hat-trick to win the World Cup. Yeah. Imagine it, though, because that could happen because they're both on opposite ends of the brackets. They could meet in the final. Well, that's it. Messi versus Ronaldo one last time.
Nobody will think of it as Portugal v Argentina. All the talk will be Ronaldo versus Messi.
Ronaldo versus Messi, as you always get when they play. Exactly, man. It's one of those. I would personally, I think Portugal they're not favourites to win, but they're my favourites to win.
Yeah,
because of the way they played and they're going all out. I think it's Pepe. It's going to be Pepe's last World Cup, and him and Ronaldo, of course, aren't they? So it'll be interesting. I'm hoping they do. Obviously, they've got through this round. It looks like.
Yeah, well, should do nearly half time.
But then saying that, obviously, they've got England. If England win France, then England and Portugal will be playing before the final, won't they? On that side of the bracket, so it'll be bittersweet seeing Ronaldo get through to the final by beating England on the way. Because Portugal have, remember, if you remember, they beat England last time. They beat England in a tournament. Was it Euros?
They did it twice on penalties. Both.
It's been both, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the one where I'm talking about the one where Ronaldo got Wayne Rooney sent off with that red card.
That was 2006.
Yeah, that's the one. World Cup, weren't it?
Yeah. Yeah, World Cup.
So this it could be a repeat of that match where we played them, but in the semi-finals this time.
Wow,
so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I don't see us beating Portugal as an England squad. I don't think they will beat Portugal the way that they're set up and playing today. But you never know. I mean, England have got it in them to beat them as long as they play the right squad and they stick to a game plan.
All about what happens on the day. That's it, though. As much success as Southgate's had in tournaments, he hasn't won that many competitive games against top nations.
That's it. I mean, look, we lost the final to Italy.
Yeah, we beat Germany, but they're not a great Germany side in comparison.
Germany got knocked out of group stages, so you can't we can't even use that as an achievement right now.
I know he had a win against Spain in the Nations League, but
that's the Nations League. Yeah. It's like a friendly, to be fair. Let's be honest.
But no,
the Nations League is just a group of friendlies. If you ask me, it's not.
You can say
it's a competition that's not even supposed to be around.
You can say you can only beat what's in front of.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I mean, like I said at the start, of these podcasts, I would prefer England to play the big teams and get to the final and win than play smaller teams all the way through and win, because it shows that they've got, the talent and the skills to beat the big teams and win the World Cup at the same time.
Yeah,
but that's my take on it. That's my preference. But as you said, you can only beat what's in front of you. They've had some easy games so far.
Yeah,
they've had Iran, America, Wales, and obviously just recently Senegal. I think the big step up now is France.
Yeah, I think we're at the business end.
Because like
business
we
end
said,
of the tournament now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're the defending champions as well. So if you can go through to the next round by beating the defending champions and knock them out, that's going to be a morale boost for the whole squad.
To be honest,
something that you'll need, especially against a team like Portugal that are playing now.
Right from the start of the tournament, I was confident we'd get to at least the quarters.
Yeah.
Because we are a top 8 team, but it's how we do after. This is where Southgate's legacy will, as England manager, will be determined. Like whether he'll go.
Definitely. I agree with you on that. Beating the big teams is where it counts.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to beat the big teams to get to the final.
Yeah.
So England have to beat France, and then it'll be Portugal in the semis if Portugal beat Morocco in the next round. If they obviously qualify here, if they beat Switzerland, which they are comfortably winning at 2-0.
Yeah.
Just about to hit half time as well. So they're comfortably going to win this. Then they'll get Morocco in the next round.
I'm looking this up. Switzerland can't get the ball off them.
If England beat France, who do we get in the next round? Sorry,
Portugal or
it'll
Morocco.
be Portugal, won't it? Yeah.
Well, or Switzerland. But watching this game, every time I look it up, Switzerland just can't get the ball off them. Yeah.
You're not wrong. Every time I look this way, Portugal got the ball.
Yeah. I'm doing the podcast as well, so I'm not fully focused on the game, but
100%. Yeah, no, I get that. But every time I swing my head this way to look at the game, Portugal got the ball. And they've scored 2 goals, so it's not likely Switzerland are going to come back and win this 3-2. Unless it goes through to extra time and they do it that way. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it will.
Well, it'll take for Switzerland to take this to extra time, it will take so much out of them that even if they do make a comeback and get it back to 2-2, they'll be knackered by extra time. Portugal will do them.
Yeah, because then Portugal will just bring Ronaldo on for extra time. Yeah. And then you don't want to play against a fully re-energized Ronaldo, do you?
No.
Especially in the last 30 minutes after all that 90 minutes of trying to win the game, then they put Ronaldo on. You're actually screwed there, aren't you?
Yeah. after you've just fought from 2-0 down, but I think
fighting back from 2-0 down to draw at full time or even win, it's going to take a lot out of them.
I think Portugal will nick another one in the second half, and then it will just be it'll just be game management.
I think it'll go 2-1. I think Switzerland will score the next goal, and then Portugal will just put the game to bed by scoring the third.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it going. But it is
either way. We both agree Portugal have got this 1-1.
Oh yeah, but definitely. I don't think there's much left in it for Switzerland. Maybe consolation goal or maybe 3-2.
Switzerland are one of these sides. They consistently get to the knockout stage of the World Cup.
They do.
They don't really have that many big stars.
They've got Xhaka and Shaqiri, haven't they?
Yeah,
and they're getting on a bit now, though, aren't they? So
exactly.
They need to start bringing in some younger talent now to try and progress.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, they always get past the group stage, but they need to progress and maybe try and hit a quarter-final or a semi-final.
I suppose they're one of these teams that you can never take lightly, but
I think England have played them a couple of times in tournaments, haven't they?
Yeah.
They usually get drawn them in the group stage, and they always manage to get past that group stage along with England.
Yeah. I remember going to an England-Switzerland game at Wembley once. They got a draw with us. I think it was for a qualifier, but...
Oh, was it like a World Cup or Euro qualifier?
Yeah, I think it was qualifier for Euro 2012.
Nice.
They're capable
I don't think I've ever been to an international game. Yeah. I've been to a Blackburn Rovers game when I was younger.
Yeah.
That was only a friendly. And I've been to... Last season, me and Shaz went to a couple of United games.
Yeah.
Well, they were Champions League games. We watched Villarreal... Young Boys, and I can't remember the other team that we went to watch. Who else was in our group last year? Villarreal, Young Boys. I can't remember who the third team were, but I do remember watching them. The first game were brilliant. We watched, it was 1-1 going towards the end of the game. Ronaldo scored the last minute goal at Old Trafford. The stadium was just so loud. I couldn't hear myself talk or think. So loud. Mental scenes. And we were sat just a little bit behind Solskjaer.
Yeah.
And I remember just after half time, or maybe just before half time, Fred was walking. He was like walking off to like going to the back for some reason. Maybe he needed the toilet. Maybe he needed to get something. I don't know. But I was happy he was going because I didn't like Fred. I still don't really like him that much. And then as he was coming back, I'm like, oh no, not this guy again. Just stay in the back, man. And Shaz, me and Shaz were both like, he better not come on. And I think he came on in the second half. But watching Ronaldo play, like, in the stadium, it's just a whole nother...
Yeah.
It's a whole nother thing to watch because his positioning, his movement, his pace, it's just absolutely amazing. Yeah. Comparing him to the other players on the pitch, like, Ronaldo's just like... Obviously, we know he's one of the best players in the world, but watching him play at the stadium is just another thing, man.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to watch Ronaldo play,
yeah,
even if it's at Old Trafford, or well, it won't be Old Trafford now. He's been kicked out of United, hasn't he? But if you get a chance even to watch him play for Portugal, like against England in a game or something like that, watch it, man. You'll absolutely love it.
I've never seen him live. I've seen Gareth Bale live a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I've seen Harry Kane live. Probably in recent times, they're probably the two of the best players I've seen live. But obviously back in the day, I saw Dennis Bergkamp.
All right, nice. Dennis Bergkamp was a good player, man.
And obviously Ryan Giggs.
Giggsy. Giggsy was a good player, man, back in the days. It's unfortunate what happened with that guy.
Gianfranco Zola. Did you ever see him live?
The Chelsea player?
Yeah.
Yeah, a brilliant player.
I
went to watch the game for Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah.
That I went to watch. I was quite young at the time. And at the time, Alan Shearer was probably the biggest England striker. He was at Blackburn Rovers. And they were playing a friendly local. So I thought, you know what? It's a chance to watch Alan Shearer play, whether it's for Rovers or not. So I went along to the game, all happy, 13, 14-year-old, ready to, proper excited to watch Alan Shearer play. Team comes out, Alan Shearer's not even on the bench.
Wow.
And I was looking around the arena and he was in the skybox behind me having beer. I'm like, get on the pitch. I came here to see you.
Pretty much every time I've seen Alan Shearer play, he scored against Coventry, so...
No, fair enough.
But, actually, I saw Coventry beat Blackburn 5-0 once when he was playing for them. But Gianfranco Zola, I always remember him playing for Chelsea years ago. They were playing away at Coventry. Chelsea brought the wrong kit. They brought the home kit. Obviously, there was a kit clash. They turned around and said, well, Coventry can just wear their away kit. And Gordon Strachan said, no, we're at home. We're in our home kit. So Chelsea had to wear the Coventry away kit.
Really?
And cover the badge up.
No.
So people have said Gianfranco Zola's the best.
Oh yeah, Zola.
Yeah, best player ever to wear a Coventry shirt.
That's quality. I've never heard of that story that they had to wear Coventry's kit.
It proper rattled them. We beat them, and I think it was Frank Leboeuf took the shirt off, ripped it after the game, threw it on the floor in frustration.
Oh wow.
But
that's crazy. Well, it's their own fault for bringing the wrong kit.
Exactly.
They knew that if Coventry has a blue kit because they're called Sky Blue.
Yeah.
So you'd expect the home kit to be blue, wouldn't you? So why not bring two kits just in case?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, they can afford to bring two kits over in football clubs, can't they?
Yeah.
It's madness. It's madness. What other games are on tomorrow?
There's no World Cup matches on tomorrow.
We've got Saturday next, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Friday, I think.
Friday.
Yeah, it got no games tomorrow or Thursday. Then it will be. I've got a feeling it's
England are on Saturday.
Yeah, it will be Argentina's game, and who's that? I think I've got a feeling Brazil might be playing Friday actually.
Oh, okay.
I've got a feeling it's Argentina versus. Oh, I can't remember who they've got. Netherlands and
Brazil have got Croatia on the 9th.
Yeah, Brazil, Croatia. Yep, and then obviously the other 2 quarterfinals on the Saturday.
And it's Argentina and Holland at 7:00. Croatia and Brazil at 3. And then you've got you've got the other games. England and France at 7 on Saturday, and Morocco versus the winner of Portugal and Switzerland that's on right now. Yeah, I think that was the only games that. I forgot there was a break of a couple of days after.
I think England France is the last quarterfinal. 7:00 Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then I don't think there's any games then.
Semis on the semis start on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then the third place is on Saturday, and the finals on Sunday the 18th. So we've got about 12 days of the World Cup left.
Obviously, I'm going to have hopefully I'll have a Coventry game to go to on the 17th.
Oh yeah, I remember the Championship's on, isn't it?
Although Mike Ashley served as a eviction notice.
What?
From the ground. Don't know if you've heard.
Are you serious? What's he going to do?
Wow.
Is he going to knock it down or something, the idiot?
No, I could be totally wrong, but I think it's a plan to. I think he's trying to get the club. I think he wants the club, and he's obviously trying to distress the club so he can.
Yeah, it's a power tactic in it to buy it. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's what the evidence points to, but.
Yeah, it probably is.
He's basically saying
he's not a millionaire for no reason, is he?
He's basically saying he wants more rent from the club. So
right.
It's
I don't actually like Mike Ashley.
It's crazy because any other football club, it would be you'd read something like that and it'd be shocking. But with Coventry, it's just another day.
I mean, the whole thing where the club is owned by one person and the stadium's owned by somebody else. It's just mind-boggling. I don't understand how that happens because I always thought the club owned the stadium, so whoever buys the club get the stadium along with it. So you're paying for the club and the stadium in one go. You're not paying for the club and then paying for the stadium after separate. You pay for it all as a package. Yeah. Very weird that it's been sold in two parts there.
Well, it goes back like over 20 years since we moved to the CBS.
All right. Okay.
It's
fair play. There were just a couple of other bits before we wrap up. I know I mentioned it to you earlier about Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to drop it here. If there's people watching, if you want to see the finished article on some Twitter Spaces, if you want to get involved in the Twitter Spaces with us, leave some comments on this video. Drop us some tweets. That's my Twitter handle, that right there underneath. You can get me there. If you fancy getting us on, the finished article Twitter, I will try and find it. It's on. I've got it here somewhere. I don't actually. The Twitter is at finished article without the E, and then it's the number 2. Someone else decided to steal our name, so we had to change it up. You can always catch us on there if you want to leave any comments. Leave them on the video. But we're going to wrap up now. I don't think Shaz is going to get on. He said about 7:45, but it's now 8:00, so I gave him a little bit of extra time to get on. But he's probably still stuck in traffic, so I feel sorry for him. Still stuck in traffic, but hopefully he'll be on the next video. We've got Nav and we've got Adam. They'll be on the next videos as well. We've got me and Rich that'll be on them as well. So until next time, I'm going to leave it over to Rich to say his final thoughts.
Come on, England.
It's coming home. It's coming home.
It's coming home.
That's the one. But yeah, again, as I said, I appreciate everyone tuning in. Leave a like on the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video.